Hello guys, welcome to Qmi May June 2016. So I'm gonna take you with question 1 till question number 7. Okay, so the question says 4 over 3 plus bracket 1 over 3 plus 3 and 8 over 7 close bracket minus 6 over 7. So the first thing you must do whenever you're doing this question is to make sure that 3 and 8 over 7 should be converted, because 3 and 8 over 7 is a mixed fraction, so it should be converted to a improper fraction. So what must you do? You must say 7 times 3, it will give you 21, and then you plus with the numerator 8, so you're gonna get 29 over 7. So this is what you must do first. You get 29 over 7. So the rule of mathematics is that you should always start with the brackets. Okay, using what? Using Bodmer's rule. Okay, so Bodmer says brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So let's start with the brackets. So for those who are using Cashios, you don't have to start with anything. What you have to do is to make sure that you convert this one to improper, and then after that you just enter all the figures in your calculator. 4 over 3 plus open bracket fraction 1 over 3 plus, and then the Casio will give you the answer. So because I'm not using a Casio, I'm gonna do it manually. So I'm gonna say it's 4 over 3 plus bracket, and then I'll find the lowest common denominator for the 2. So I'll just say 3 times 7 is going to be 21. So my LCD will be 21, and then I'll say over, and then I'll be like 7 times 1, I'll get 7 plus, and then 3 times 29, I'll get how much? 3 times 29, 3 times 29 is gonna be 87, and I'll close the bracket and say minus 6 over 7. So I'm gonna simplify what's inside the brackets. 4 over 3 will remain the same, plus 7 plus 87. 7 plus 87 is gonna give me 94. So I'll say 94 over 21, and then after 94 over 21, I'll say minus 6 over 7. So now I clear the brackets. Okay, so what must we start with? But must say it's multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So it means I should start by adding, and I will finish up by subtracting. Okay, we have addition and we have subtraction. So guys, let's find the LCD, which is a number that can support these 3 denominators. So as you can see, the 2 smaller denominators, all of them, they can go into 21 without leaving a denominator. So we're gonna use 21 as our LCD. But if they wouldn't go into 21, we're gonna multiply all of them to get the LCD. So let's just say long division line. You see, this division line is very long, and then under the division line you put 21. So what are you going to do now? You'll say 21 divide the LCD 3 multiply the numerator. So I'll open a bracket here and say 21 divide 3 multiply numerator 4 close bracket plus 21 again divide the LCD 21 divide 21 multiply the numerator 94 multiply 94 close bracket minus 21 again. This 21 divide the LCD 7, so it's divided by 7 multiply numerator 6 close bracket. So this is what we must do. And then 21 divided by 3 times 4, you'll get 28 plus 21 divided by 21 times 94, you'll get 94 minus 21 divided by 7 times 6, you'll get 18 all over our LCD, that is 21. And then you add and you subtract 21 plus 94 minus 18, you'll get 104 all over 21. And then you will be like, how many times 21 goes into 104? So let's do it here. You'll say 104 divided by 21 is equals to, so it's equals to 4.95. so it means it goes 4 times. So it goes 4 times. We don't know it goes 4 times leaving what. So now let's say 4 times 21. 4 times 21, and then we will get 84. So 104 minus 84 is 20. So it means it leaves 20. So if you can say 21 times 4, it will give you 84, plus 20, it will give you 104. So this is an improper fraction which I converted to a mix. So the answer is likely to be 4 and 20 over 21, which is option number 4 and 20 over 21. It's option number 1. No, it's option number 2. Thank you very much. Let's move to question number 3. Question number 2. Question number 2. If x is equals to 4, the value of the sum 3 summation of I is equals to 0 bracket 5 plus square root of x to the power of 1. Okay guys, this is the question. So let me switch off here. So the thing here is on the summation we have the numerator and the denominator. So the denominator of the summation, we call it a what? A starting point. And the numerator, we call it the finishing point. Let's say it's a finishing point. Okay. Now, and the value of x, it has been given that x is equals to 4. So what must you do if you face this question? So do you see inside the square root we have x to the power of I? So it means your I should start at 0 and your I should end at 3. So if I start at 0, should end at 3, and your x is always 4. Okay, so we're gonna do this how many times? 3 times, because our I starts at 0 and ends at 4. So we're gonna start by saying so I'm not gonna repeat this one again. I'll start here. Number 1, we'll say open bracket 5 plus square root of x, and x is equals to 4, so I'll be like square root of x of 4, because 4 is our x. 4 to the power of what? They say I start from 0, so I'll say 4 to the power of 0, close the bracket. You see, it's equals to bracket 5 plus any number to the power of 0. 4 to the power of 0 is equals to 1, so it will be 5 plus 1, and then the answer will be equals to what? To 6. So the first stage answer is 6. So let's do the second stage. So the second stage, we're doing the second stage where I is equals to 1, because 0 is the starting point and the finishing point is 3. So now let's do it when I is equals to 1, and then you'll be like, okay, bracket 5 plus square root of x, and your x is 4, so 4 will never change. Okay, now what's gonna change is I. Now initially we did when I was equals to 0, and now we're gonna do when I is equals to 1. Okay, so 4 to the power of 1, close bracket, is equals to bracket 5 plus any number to the power of 1 is equals to that number, so it's equals to square root of 4, which is equals to 5 plus 2, which is equals to 7. Remember, square root of 4 is 2. So this is what we get. Number 3. Now I is equals to 0. We started 0, so we did I0, we did I1, so we have to do I2 and I3 because our finishing point is I3. So we do the same thing. 5 plus square root of x to the power of I. So our x, remember, it's 4, so it will be like, okay, square root of 4. And now our I will be at level 2. Remember, the finishing point is 3, so I is at 2 now. You close the bracket. It's equals to 5 bracket 5 plus square root of 4 to the power of 2 is 16. So you close the bracket and you'll be like, it's equals to 5 plus 4, and you'll get 9. So the square root of 16 is what? It's 4. So that's why I had to say 5 plus 4, and you get 9. Okay, so let's do the last stage. So you see, we did where I is equals to 0 because we're starting from 0, and where I is equals to 1, and where I is equals to 2. Now we have to do the last one where I is equals to 3, because 3 is our finishing point, and x will never change because x is always 4. So you'll be like, okay, step number 4, bracket 5 plus square root of 4 to the power of 3, close bracket, is equals to 5 plus square root of, what is 4 to the power of 3? So it seems like 4 to the power of 3 is what? It's 64. 64, close bracket, is equals to 5 plus, what is the square root of 64? So the square root of 64 is 8. So you're going to say 5 plus 8 is equals to 13. So remember, this is a summation, so you need to add these totals. So initially we got 6, so it will be like 6 plus 7 plus 9 plus 13. That's how you do the summation, you add. So if you add, how much will you get? So apparently it seems like we will get 35. So 35 will be the correct answer, which is lying on option number, question number 2. Option number 1 is 35, so that will be our answer. So guys, without wasting our precious time, let's move to question number 3. Thank you. Okay, question number 3 is quite interesting, guys. 8 to the power of x times 8 to the power of 3x all over 2 to the power of 3x times 4 to the power of x plus 2. That's it. So here is our question. So basically my advice for you guys is to look at the numbers. You can call them the bases, okay? So we have 8 and 8 and 4 and 2. So initially what you must do, make sure that all of these bases are equal to 2, because 2 is the least one, is the minimum one, okay? So let me do it this way. So I'll be like, okay, to get 8 is 2 to the power of what? And then to get 4 is 2 to the power of what? So I'll put my division fraction here. Okay. And then to get this 8 is 2 to the power of 3. So this 3, I will multiply with the existing exponent, which is x. And let's come and say times. To get 8 again here is 2 to the power of what? Of 3. And this 3, I will multiply with the existing exponent of 3x. So it's times 3x. You see how it goes? So my aim here is to make sure that all the variables, they possess the similar base of 2, because 2 is the minimum base, so that we will be able to simplify them. So on the numerator, you will be like, okay, already here you have 2 to the power of 3x, so this one you don't have to change it, times here you have 4. So to get 4, you must say is 2 to the power of what? Okay, so 2 to the power of 2 you get 4, so it's 2 to the power of 2 you get 4. So already there was existing exponent, so you must say is 2 to the power of 2 open bracket x plus 2 close bracket. So this is how you must do it, and then you'll be like, okay, it's equals to, so look, you now have similar bases, so these bases will be cancelled, okay, because they resembles each other. So now you left with what? With the exponents. So you will be like, okay, 3 times x is 3x. So in multiplication, when you have similar like terms or a similar basis, what do? You add the exponent. So it will be the exponent of this one, which is 3x, plus the exponent of the other one. Okay, or let me do it this way. Let me do it this way. Okay, forget about this, let me do it this way. Don't want to confuse you guys. Okay, we have the basis of 2, so let's just take one base from each of these. From the numerator, let's take one base. From the denominator, let's also take one base. So the thing is, when you're multiplying similar bases, you add the exponent. So 3 times x, you'll get 3x plus, and then 3 times 3x, you'll get 9x. Okay, so we add the exponents because we are multiplying. So from the numerators, we only take one base, which is 2, and then we add the exponent. So it's gonna be 2 to the power of 3x, okay, plus 2 times x, you're gonna get what? 2x, and then 2 times 2, you'll get plus 4. Okay, yeah, this is what you will get here. And then let's proceed. Now you'll add your exponents. So you'll be like, okay, from the numerator you have 2 to the power of 3x plus 9x. So 3 plus 9 is 12, so it's gonna be 2 to the power of 12x. And then from the denominator you have 2 to the power of 3x plus 2x. So 3x plus 2x, these are the like terms. 4 is not a like term, so you're gonna add the 2, so it's gonna be to the power of 5x plus 4. 4 will still remain the same. So now, what is the deal? The deal is when you're dividing like terms, like this basis is 2 and 2, so we call them like terms. What do? You subtract their exponent. So now we're gonna take 2 to the power of 12x, and then remember we subtract the exponents. It will be to the power of 12x minus bracket 5x plus 4. So that's the thing, when you multiply you add the exponents, and then when you divide you subtract the exponent. So I'm subtracting this exponent from this one, so and then it's gonna be equals to 2 to the power of 12x, negative times 5x is gonna be negative 5x, negative times 4 is gonna be negative 4, and then your answer will be equals to 2 to the power of, you'll be like 12x minus 5x. What is your answer? You'll get 7x. So it will be 2 to the power of 7x minus 4. So most likely this is your answer. Okay, that will be your answer. And then this answer is lying at option number 3, 2 to the power of 7x minus 4. So that will be your answer. Let's proceed to question number 4. So question number 4 is an equation where we have to solve for x. Okay, so we're given these three fractions, so let's see what we have to do, guys. Now here's the thing. First thing first, group the like terms. So this one, -1/4, should come the other side because it's not the like term, it doesn't have x. Okay, so 3x minus 2/4 is already existing here, so let's write it 3x minus 2/4. And then we take this one, since it has s, to cross the equal sign to come this side, so it's gonna be plus. No, it's not gonna be plus. Here it's positive, so when it comes this side it will be minus. Okay, so it will be minus 1/1 minus 5x over 2 is equals to, this one is negative here, when we take it the other side it will be plus, so it's gonna be positive 1/4. So positive sign, we don't write it, it's always silent. Okay, now you grouped your like terms, so what we need to do is to simplify these first two fractions, and then when you finish simplifying the first two fractions, and then you'll cross multiply to solve for x. So now, since the small letter LCD2, the small letter denominator 2 can go into 4, let's use 4 as our LCD. So we'll be like, okay, 4 come here, you will be our right LCD. So then let's simplify. This 4 must divide the other 4 and multiply 3x minus 2. So we'll open the bracket and say 4 divide the denominator 4 multiply 3x minus 2, close bracket, and say minus. And then this 4 again, I'll open the bracket, must divide the denominator what? 2, so it must divide 2 and multiply, you open a small bracket inside and multiply 1 minus 5x, multiply 1 minus 5x and close the bracket and close the bracket. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We're gonna say 4 divided by 4 is gonna be 1, so it means 3x minus 2 will remain the same. So here we're gonna have 3x minus 2. Okay, and then 3x minus 2, let me just put it in brackets, and then minus. So now 4 divided by 2 is gonna be 2, so here we're gonna have 2 times 1 minus 5x, close the bracket. Remember, it's equals to positive 1/4 here, even is equals to positive 1/4 over 4. Okay, so this is how it operates. Now we need to simplify these brackets, so it's gonna be 3x minus 2. So okay, here we're gonna say 2 times 1, what will you get? Okay, so we'll get minus 2, and then negative 2 times 5x, what will you get? Okay, so it seems like we will get positive 10x. Okay, so this is what gonna happen here. All divided by 4 is equals to 1/4. Okay, so now let's add 3x plus 10x is gonna be 13x, minus 2 is gonna be minus 4, all over 4 is equals to 1/4. So now the thing is, you're remaining with two fractions, so let's cross multiply. 4, this 4 is gonna multiply the numerator, so this 4 will multiply the numerator and this other 4 will multiply 1. Okay, so this 4 will multiply 13x minus 4 and say is equals to this 4 we'll multiply 1 is equals to 4 times 1. So here we're gonna have to say 4 times 13. How much will we get? 4 times 13 we'll get 52. So here it's gonna be 52 x 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. 16 is equals to 4. And then let's group the like terms. So it's gonna be 52x is equals to 4. Negative 16, when it crosses the equal sign, it's gonna be plus 16. Okay, so what's going to happen next? It's gonna be 52x is equals to 20. So to get x, you divide by what? By 52. You divide both sides by 52 to solve for x. Divide both sides by 52. So if you're basically using a Casio, you'll get your answer. You cancel, it will give you that x is equals to 5 over 13. Okay, this will be your answer, 5 over 13. The Casio will reduce this one. Okay, just say 20 divided by 52, it will give you 5 over 13. Or in other words, you can reduce by 2 until you get 5 over 13. That will be your answer. So 5 over 13 is option number 3. Let's move to question number 5. So let's read question number 5 together. John buys 168 mangoes for 354 and sells all the mangoes for 35 rand per dozen. The percentage profit rounded to 2 decimal place that he makes is. Okay, so per dozen he was selling 12 mangoes at 35 rand. So dozen, remember, it as 12 mangoes. So what I'm gonna say here is that let's say this person, they call him John. He's selling 168, okay, and charge 35 rand per dozen. So let's just say 168 divided by 12 and see how many dozens does he have. So 168 divided by 12, you will get 168 divided by 12, you will get 14. So it means John ordered 14 dozens at how much? At 354. So it's 14 dozens at 354. So now this was the cost. This was the cost. Now how much will he make? So now we'll say 35 rand per dozen. So we'll say 35 rand times 14 dozens. How much will he make on his sales? So it seems like he will make 490. Okay, so now to calculate the percentage profit, we will be like, okay, change in profit divided by initial cost times 100. So how much is the change in profit? You will say it's he made 490 and he initially bought those mangoes at how much? At 354 divided by the initial cost. How much is the initial cost? The initial cost is the amount he bought the mangoes with, 354 times 100. So it means the actual profit is 136. This is not the percentage, it's the profit. So that is the change in profit. So he got 136 divided by 354 times 100. So he gonna make how many? So he gonna make 38.42% profit. So that is the profit. It lies out option number 3. Option number 3. Let's move to question number 6. Question number 6 is about permutation and combination. It's very unfortunate that my calculator is no longer visible enough. Look at this sign here, RCL here. Below RCL with NPR is for permutation. STO, below STO with NCR is for combination. So what we say about permutation and combination is that, okay, here let me say here is permutation, and here is combination. Okay, don't mind my handwriting, guys. It's always as bad as like this. Okay, so permutation is NPR, combination is NCR. So whatever permutation is involved, we have order of arrangement. And then when combination are involved, basically we have no order. There is no order here. Okay, so now n, it's always a what? A bigger number. And r is always a smaller number. It's a smaller number for both permutation and combination. This n is a bigger number, r is a smaller number. And then our question comes and says, a test is administered with 10 long questions. Students are allowed to answer any 4 of the 10 questions. So students are just allowed to answer any 4 of the 10 questions. So here they basically didn't talk about what? About order. So if there is no order, where there is no order, we dealing with combination. So you're gonna say the bigger number is 10, combination 4, and you take your calculator. If you're using the financial calculator, you'll be like, okay, it's 10, second function, combination, it's lying here as at STO, so combination 4. So in how many ways? In 210 ways can the test so with 210 choices, so they are talking about choices. So with 210 choices, so with 210 choices, this test can be chosen. So it's option number 1. Let's move to question